Hi, welcome back to this channel. I am Tommy from The Soul Practice. At The Soul Practice, we have just one purpose, and that is to help you heal from the inside out. You have a right to live a peaceful and a happy life. Today, I'm talking about something. I am going to be sharing with you 5 lessons that I learned from a particular situation that I recently went through. If you watched my last video, I talked about emotional clutter. I talked about when things happened, why many people ask the question, why did this happen? And I said, instead of asking that question, why don't we change it to what can I learn from this? And when we change the question from why did this happen to what can I learn from this, it changes everything. It changes our whole perspective. And then we begin to see the situation as an avenue for learning something new. And every time we learn a lesson, we become better for it. So today I'm sharing the 5 lessons that I learned from a situation that I recently went through. I also used to be like this, asking, why did this happen? Why did that happen? But then when I changed my question to, what can I learn from this? Everything changed, right? And I began to see every situation not as bad, but as an avenue to learn something new, as a lesson. And I always walked out of every situation a better person because I have learned something. All right, so here are 5 lessons that I learned from a recent situation that I went through. Number 1, face your life. Don't change for anyone. Don't change because someone else expects you to change. Don't turn your life around or change your direction because of someone else. Only change because you're convinced that it is the next right step for you to take, or you're sure that that is where God is leading you. Because then you can live from a peaceful place, knowing that that is what you're supposed to be doing, knowing that that is the next right thing for you to do, and not just because someone else wants you to change, or not because you're seeking the approval of another person, or because you want someone to like you or accept you. And no matter what happens, with or without this person, you're not second guessing yourself. You're not second guessing your decisions, and you're not regretting your actions because you know that is exactly what you're supposed to do. Number 2, you cannot make somebody choose you. You cannot convince someone to choose you. Now, this is not just about relationships. In my own particular situation, it wasn't a relationship issue, but this can apply to every area. It can apply to relationships, it can apply to friendship, it can apply to any kind of relationship or any kind of situation, business relationships or whatever. You cannot make someone choose you. A person who wants you in their life will stop at nothing to get you, especially when they know that you are also willing. Excuses, when people give excuses, that's only a way to tell you that you are not that important to fight for. And that's fine, okay? You don't have to feel bad about that. When someone wants you, they will move mountains. They will go the extra mile to let you know that, and they will do whatever it would take to have you in their life. When they understand your value, when they know what you're contributing to their life, when they know that you're important to them, they will do whatever it takes. So don't force anyone. You cannot force anyone. You cannot convince or manipulate anyone to pick you, to choose you. Because when you do that, if you do that, then you are always going to convince them or manipulate them to keep you. Let them choose you. And that way you don't have to worry. You are at peace because they chose you. You don't have to worry or keep working for them to keep you, for you to stay in their life. The best you can do is let them know what you offer. Let them know your value. Let them know what you're bringing to the table. Let them know everything that you have to offer them. And if they still don't, after knowing that, if they still do not choose you, let them be. Number 3, growth takes time. Growth is a process. You can't force or rush growth. You have to allow people to grow in their own time. You have to allow them to grow through the process. For instance, no matter how much you want your 3-month-old baby to walk or run, you can't force it to do that. You have to allow the baby to grow, to go through the process. It first has to learn to crawl and then to stand before it starts to take a step, and then starts to walk before it can start to run. All right. So growth takes time, and people grow at different paces. So right. So you have to allow somebody to grow at their own pace, in their own time. You can't force them. You can't make them. They have to get there on their own, and that may not be convenient all the time. That may be so uncomfortable, but we have to allow it, because failure to do that, if you have to rush the growth or fast forward someone else's growth, then you stand at the risk of losing the person or ruining whatever relationship you have altogether. Number 4, God will use whatever situation, whatever means He has to teach you the lesson that He wants you to learn. God is not going to move you to the next level if you have not learned the lesson you're supposed to learn at the level that you are in. Imagine a student wanting to go on to the next class but hasn't yet passed the test of this class. That student cannot be promoted to the next class. So sometimes God will want you to learn some lessons where you are right now before you can move to the next level. And so when things happen, especially maybe unpleasant situations, instead of looking at it and crying or brooding over the situation, we can ask what lessons we can learn from the situation. And when we embrace the lesson and get the things that we are supposed to get from that situation, then we move higher. When we pass the test, we move further, we move higher. And this is so freeing, because it frees us from brooding over the issue, from crying over the situation. We know that this is just a phase and it will pass, but we have to take away from it what God intends for us to take away from it. And lastly, number 5, in order to enjoy peace in your life, you have to embrace wherever you are. Embrace your present moment. Embrace where you are at every point in time. Be mindful of the present. So many times we rob ourselves of the joy of the present because we are not present here in the present. We're constantly worrying about the past or looking forward to the future, that we forget the now and here. So to have peace and to live every day to the fullest, we have to embrace where we are right now, where God has placed us. Embrace your office, magnify your office, glory in your office, because you're there for a reason. You're in that office, you're in the space, you're in that house, you're in that person's life for a reason. And when we embrace that, instead of resisting it, it opens us up to a whole new level of existence, of happiness, of peace in our minds, because then we can fulfill the calling that we are to fulfill at that moment. Nothing lasts forever. You're not going to be in that house forever. You're not going to be in that office forever. But the moment, the time that you have there right now, embrace it, enjoy it, glory in it, magnify it, and do everything that you can do in that place right now, that you can be remembered for it even after you've left the place, and you live there feeling peaceful, feeling fulfilled, because you have just fulfilled your calling. You have satisfied the calling for which God called you into that place. And this is so freeing. It just gives you this peace that you can get any other way. These are the 5 lessons that I learned from the situation that I just went through. And I think these 5 lessons can apply to any situation that you may be going through. All right. Everything has a purpose. And when we embrace it, we can find the purpose and see how we can apply it in our lives or in other areas of our lives. Thank you for watching today. I am Tomi from The Soul Practice. I will see you next time. Please look forward to that. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now, and also turn on the notification, like this video, share it, and please drop a comment. This encourages us and helps us keep going. Thank you. I will see you next time. Bye.